Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. This is our second week of the What's What series in February, and this week's topic is strength training. My name is Hannah Henson. I am the temporary program manager at the USBC Fitness Center, and let's get started. So, our first slide here, why build strength? So again, there are many benefits to strength training, and we're just going to go over a few in this slide. So first, it develops strong bones, muscles, and tendons. So why does this matter? It protects your joints and improves balance and stability, which helps with everyday tasks, such as carrying groceries, carrying your child or picking them up, carrying a laundry basket, being able to go up in your shelving to grab cookingware, that sort of thing. Next, being strong helps prevent injury and falls so you can stay active and independent as you age. The next one here, so it supports a healthy weight. Individuals have more muscle mass, they have a higher metabolic rate. Muscle is an active tissue that burns calories, while stored fat uses very little energy. And the last one here preserves and enhances muscle mass at any age. So, it may help reduce the signs and symptoms of chronic conditions like arthritis, back pain, and depression, and reduce the risk of diabetes, obesity, and osteoporosis. It might even boost your confidence and quality of life. It feels good to have strong, toned muscles. All right, so the question here, true or false? Losing strength and muscle tone as we age is preventable. This is true. Many of the changes associated with getting older are actually due to becoming less active as we age. Unless you regularly engage in activities to strengthen your muscles, you can lose about half a pound of muscle a year in your 30s and 40s, and that rate can double once you turn 50. As you lose muscle, you lose strength, and that may compromise your ability to do simple, everyday activities. So the question is how much? Many people avoid strength training because they're not sure where to start. Fortunately, it can be simple and doesn't have to take a lot of time. So, the first one here, warm up for 5 to 10 minutes before you start. You can do this with a lower intensity cardio exercise, such as walking for about 5 to 10 minutes. And one thing to consider is it can be accomplished in about 20 minutes. A simple strength training exercise or set of exercises can be completed in just 20 minutes. You can build strength in as little as 2 days a week. So, not only 20 minutes, but only 2 days a week. If you are really short on time, another option is to perform just a couple of exercises each day, being sure to alternate between different muscle groups so you're not working the same muscle group 2 days in a row. So, the common split, as we call it in strength training, is chest, back, and legs, or push pull legs, just so that you have time to recover, your muscles have time to rebuild, and you're not overworking them. And then lastly here, cool down. So if we're getting all this blood flow to our muscles and we're really working them, we really want to take them back down and cool down with lower intensity movements and stretching. So basically, just what you did in the beginning, you can also slow down to a walk for 5 to 10 minutes or foam roll. Those are great options for a cool down. And if you have any health conditions, bone or joint problems, have not been active recently, or are currently pregnant, talk with your doctor before you get started. Okay, so now we'll move on to the basics. These are just the three that we chose with your strength routine. So the first one is choose exercises that train each of the major muscle groups. So again, there is arms, shoulders, back, core, hips, and legs. Next, start with a movement or resistance that you can do with proper form 8 to 12 times. And then the last one, as you progress, move to a more challenging version of the movement and add repetitions with rest in between sets, or gradually increase the amount of weight you lift. So, one thing we like to consider in the industry is quality over quantity. So, it means it's more important to do an exercise correctly in your form, posture, and breathing than how much you lift or how many times you do it. So, the repetitions. If you're in doubt, work with a certified personal trainer to help you get started. So, whether it's a simple squat form, push up form, or a row form, anything like that, we are here to help, whether virtually and when we go back on site. All right, now we're moving on to some sample exercises. This one we're going to show is body weight. So, they can be push ups, which strengthen your chest, shoulders, and arm muscles, is one example. So, this one starts with wall push ups before you move to the floor. This would be less impact and a little bit easier to do while at home. That's a progression there. And then here we'll move to the knee push ups, which is modified as well. And then the advanced version would be a full push up. All right, and the next one, resistance bands. So this one is showing a chest press. So with resistance bands, there are different levels of tension that you can use as you progress. So chest presses and seated rows are just two examples of resistance band strength exercises. So the beginning and the ending of that one, and then the seated row, squeezing your shoulder blades back on that one. Next one is free weights or dumbbells. These are inexpensive, and you can slowly increase the weight as you get stronger. So this person is sitting. You can also stand to do these lateral raises. This works your shoulder flexion and exercise that you can do to strengthen that. So again, this can be standing if you want to work on your core engagement, but it's also good to start seated. And then here's some things to remember and keep in mind. Again, like we talked about the warm up your muscles before strength training, like the 5 to 10 minute walk. Focus on slow, smooth, and controlled motions. Again, proper form is critical for both effectiveness of the exercises as well as injury prevention. We want to increase the strength of the muscles, but we don't want to injure ourselves in the meantime. Maintain good posture and avoid locking your joints. Again, keep your knees slightly bent and your arms slightly bent. Use proper breathing techniques. So, breathe out as you lift, pull, or push, basically during the hardest part of the exercise. And then inhale as you return to the starting position. So, if we're talking about a push up, you're going to inhale as you go down in the push up, and when you press up, you exhale. All right, and moving on, your cool down should include stretches for each of the major muscle groups, legs, core, arms, and any other body part that's maybe needing a little more tender, loving care. And then allow adequate rest between exercises. You can perform a combination of exercises for different muscle groups, but avoid strength training for the same muscle group 2 days in a row. That's something we talked about a little bit earlier in this presentation, just so that your muscles have time to recover and rest from the workout that you had. So typically the recommended rest to allow muscles to recover is 48 to 72 hours, so 2 or 3 days. So I guess in a sample strength training routine, you'd see arms on one day, so chest on one day, back on the other, legs the next day, and then days 4 and 5 would be chest and back. So chest, back, legs, chest, back, and then move on for the next week. And then the last one here, if an exercise causes you pain, stop. Though mild muscle soreness is a normal thing after doing strength building exercises, sharp pain, sore joints, and pulled muscles are a sign of injury. Joint swelling is also a sign that you've overdone it. If you're a beginner, a strength training class or personal trainer can be a great resource to help you get started. So, this is just a plug for our personal training sale. We're having a sale of three 30-minute sessions for $99. This is running through the month of February. And if you're interested, we can set up a free consultation to talk over what a virtual session looks like and yeah, what your goals are and all that kind of stuff. So, never feel like anything's yeah, not needed. You can definitely ask questions or email me with any concerns, and I'll go over that at the end. So, what will you do next? You can try one simple resistance exercise this week, whether it was one in this slideshow or you try one on our YouTube channel. Find a class or a personal trainer in my area. So, whether that's a YouTube channel or you reach out to me, talk with your doctor before you start. And yeah, if there's any other ideas that come to mind, you can brainstorm and kind of set a goal for yourself for the month or the week and try something different. And then if you're looking for any other resources, there's the American College of Sports Medicine there and the American Council on Exercise. Those are great resources to find some strength training tips and tricks. All right, that is all I have for you today. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries about personal training, feel free to email me at usbcfitness@piedmontreat.com. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.